curriculum. Like, let's try to imagine that we have a specific group that has a problem that we need to identify. Like, we don't really need to develop a curriculum necessarily for world schools debating or BP debating, like, or for public speaking or anything like that. Like, we should do the exercise in order to see if we can come up with a good curriculum that would work in practice. So, problem identification. Like, what kind of group of people do you want to develop a curriculum for?
For the high schoolers, for example, if we're talking about high school, it's 17, 18 years. Maybe after graduation of the 9th degree.
After high school graduation?
I mean, after the gymnasium.
Oh. So how old are these people? Like
16. Yeah,
16?
16, 17.
Okay, let's take the average and say 16-year-olds.
I would say it's easier to work with the guys who are just graduating the 9th degree and going into the 10th, okay, they're getting a new level. And in that time is the proper time to engage them in making debates.
So first, let's see how schooling works in Romania. I think it works the same in Moldova.
Yes.
I don't think it works the same in the rest of the countries. So let's give a dictionary for what I'm talking about. Like, we have middle school from 5th grade, 5th to 8th grade. In the 8th grade, you're 14. So this is middle school. And then you're a 9th grader when you're a beginner, and debating most of the times when you start high school debating until 12th grade, when you graduate high school and you're 18 or 19, and then you enroll into university. So we want to make a curriculum for, how does it work in your other countries? Like, how does it work in Spain?
It's similar. Well, the two last part of the medium grade and the two first of the high level are a level in itself.
Okay.
And then there are two.
Okay, so
two courses before and two after.
like you have this like different
12,
separately.
yes.
Okay. How about in Estonian?
5 to 9 and 10 to 12.
5 to 9, 10 to 12. And in Poland?
6 to 9 and 10 to 12.
Okay, so let's say for 11th grader, because apparently we all have that one. He's not 16, he's 17 or 18, like that. Okay, so 17-year-old person, an average Joe who's 17 years old. What do we want to teach him about debating? As we're debating.
Let's start and let's agree upon one thing, what we begin with the first thing in teaching him.
Like, let's follow the steps. Like,
Yes.
what are the problems for a 17-year-old? Like,
Is a beginner
Yeah,
or
that's right.
it's whatever you want him to be. I think we should not make him a beginner. I think he should be like in the 2nd or 3rd year of debating. But it's different. Like, do we want him to be in the 3rd year debating?
It's to advance, he can be a trainer in the 3rd year in the game. He might be nice.
He still needs a curriculum. He still has so many things to learn. I bet. So let's say he's in the 2nd year of debating. Like, he basically understands what debating is about, rhetorics. He can hold a speech for 8 minutes. Not a brilliant one, but he can hold one. So what do we want to teach him? Like, what are the problems of a 17-year-old debater? I think arrogance can be written down. Most of 17-year-olds are a bit arrogant.
Laziness.
They're lazy, okay. Hard to motivate.
They're over-occupied with stuff.
They're busy,
Busy, yes.
okay.
Yes.
They're lazy and busy, so that's a clash there.
They're busy.
I think another problem with 17-year-old debaters and teenage debaters are that they have a lot of hormones, and they start engaging with mostly the opposite sex. Like, they want to have a boyfriend or girlfriend, they want to go on dates, they want to impress them. Like, a lot of people in my country use debating to impress, the people they're interested in.
Really?
So, yeah. Because, like, You see, I debate, I know stuff, I'm smart. So that's not a problem. So what other problems do we want to fix to debating for a 17-year-old? I think you can say he's very chaotic. Like, they don't really have the knowledge that he has isn't very organized in his head. He's all over the place. He's not organized. So, do we want to resolve any other problems?
I don't know in your countries, but in my country, with 17 years old, they haven't done any public speaking.
No public speaking.
In my country.
Yes, because public speaking is different than debating, I think it can count as a problem even in debating associations that you're a second-year debater.
They haven't had the chance to talk in front of anyone and defending something, so kind of complicated to make them start by defending something they don't know about. For instance, even if it's an easy topic, it's difficult because they have fear to talk in front of even friends.
Yeah. I think another problem is that they still lack a lot of knowledge. Like, we all lack a lot of knowledge, so knowledge is also a problem for a second-year debater. Like, what kind of knowledge do you need in order to engage into a competition and try to do your best when you're a second-year debater? So, knowledge. Okay, problem identification. So, I think you can put in the assessment of needs here also. Like, when you assess a second-year debater, we go to the same process I just presented, like trying to make him debate or try to make him answer some questions, to make him explain to you what he didn't understand from the first year of debating, what he wants more. So you need to assess the needs that he has. Like, when you were a second-year debater, what were your problems as a debater? I have no
In the middle of the speech, I just lose myself. Literally, I had arguments to expose, and then I started with the first, and then I started with the third, and then again, I forgot to say about something more to the first, and like this.
So structure.
Yes, the structure. Oh.
So he needs more structure.
And if you have a lack of experience in tournaments, then it's very hard to know the technique of the proper debate, either it is BP or KP. It's very problematic to know how many minutes you have or which consequences of like rounds come, and that is also a problem with technique.
That's what the organizers should, they should cater to that need, like explain to you what round is next, like what motion is next. That's
yes, but in order they tell you like 10 seconds in advance, not like, look, today we'll speak like this. So in order to be prepared, like, okay, now is the round of questions, and you need to prepare and to gain some questions and to make them and to proper write them and so on. So I guess it's still a problem, the technique of playing a different style of debates.
experience. Can I run an experience? Experience.
The way I see it, I think that around this age, like 17 years old, like second, third year of debating, I think a debater pretty much masters of all the simple debating skills like speech-wise, structure, he's getting there and so on, he's on the right track. But I think I'm thinking about the most difficult things to master at the debate, and in my opinion, those are finding the clashes behind every motion and understanding the philosophical debate that's behind every motion. And my opinion is, I'm having this opinion because I see this skill lacking of most of the experienced debaters. I mean, this is the last thing you learn in the steps of debating debating, like understanding the motion in depth. What are the values, the actual principles which are debated in every resolution? So I think that it's very important to work around this skill of understanding the depth of any motion, and I think this prepares them a lot for their student debating years, like British parliamentary BP.
But isn't it too hard for the second year?
Well,
I think
that's what
I
I'm
was second year
saying.
debater. I have problem with, I don't know, selection of argumentation or with a strategy, and understanding of the motion, the real understanding is even harder.
But I think that highly depends on like how much that person
Maybe.
prefers